Good weather to spend the night watching Chicago at the Connexus Arts Center, and we're very pleased and happy to have with us the star of the show, John O'Hurley. Good morning, John. Welcome to Regina.
Well, thank you. I feel very welcome here.
Now, you got here last night.
Got here last night when all the restaurants were closed.
Nice. Welcome.
I haven't eaten in 24 hours.
Oh, really? Are you going to be able to have the strength to hit the stage?
If we divide this room into skinnies and fatties, I know
Once it starts munching on my leg, we could be in trouble.
And I feel so bad because, you know, normally we got Coors Light all over the place, and you came in and we got nothing for you this morning.
Nothing for me, a morning Coors Light. We've had a 10-year relationship. We've had some of the funniest spots on it.
Oh, tell me about it.
Yeah, I feel time for that. They're crazy people at Coors Light.
Now, like I said, you've been a busy man. Everybody knows you from Seinfeld. You've done Family Feud. You've done doing this and the Spam a lot, which was a great run as well. Now, we were just talking before. You've been busy. You've been doing like Chicago for 5 years. You're interrupted in Chicago to do Spam a lot.
Yep.
How does that all work? How do you keep it all together?
Well, it's a tough schedule. I mean, it really is. There were days when I was shooting Family Feud. I'd do 6 shows of Family Feud. I'd finish at 6:30. I would run down to the Amundsen Theater in Los Angeles and throw my gilded cape on and my helmet and go walk for 2.5 hours as King Arthur that night. And then go to bed and you wake up and do six shows of Family Feud again. It was just getting,
How do you keep it straight?
Well, you keep it straight because they're two completely different experiences.
I'm getting that.
One involves a buzzer. But you just do it. It's you're glad to be a working actor, and sometimes it comes in tsunamis, and sometimes it trickles.
Yeah. Now we know, like we're great and excited to have you here, and the star value that you bring to the show. But who have you met that you are in awe of?
Not including the cast of Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Well, people, when you say that, I am in awe of people who walk into a room, who can change the energy when they walk into a room. And the last time I really saw that happen, and I think I've met pretty much everybody who's famous contemporarily, but the last one was Frank Sinatra.
You met Frank?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Actually, some nice experiences with him, actually. But I remember him, it was at his golf tournament, actually, the first time I ever saw him, walking into a room, into a ballroom. It was for the cocktail portion of the ball, and he walked in the room, and the entire room stopped, and I want to say maybe 3,000 people, all the heads turned.
Really?
And that was that kind of energy that he commanded, that kind of attention. So that was kind of the most alluring of all of the famous people I've ever met.
Now, and then, like I said, it is kind of neat when you get that kind of atmosphere and you get caught up in a moment like that. Now, in Chicago, the show tonight is going to be on. You've been doing it for 5 years.
I started off in 2006 on Broadway.
Yeah. Does it ever get monotonous, or is every night like there's something new about it? What keeps you driven to do that?
Well, I make one promise to myself, and I made this promise to myself back in 1984, that I was going to surprise myself every time I walked on stage. And I've always said that to myself just before I go on. I said, there's going to be a surprise somewhere. But it means I've got to be ready for it, and I have to watch it. And every night, something has always surprised me.
Oh, really?
Either in the script, or I'll hear something differently from someone else, and I'll go, ooh, that's different. I never thought of that before. So I'm constantly learning the role as I'm performing it. So the role is a great deal different than when I first walked on stage in 2006 on Broadway.
And what's more difficult for you? The TV, doing like the Seinfelds and all that, or doing the live Broadway kind of entertainment?
I don't find either of them that difficult.
Yeah.
Probably the most difficult is a show like Family Feud, where you have no script, where you're working really off. Basically, the show opens and it's all you.
Yeah.
There's nobody else there. There's no script, and you have to kind of hope that the contestants and the material will provide enough comedy to get you moving.
And there's some pretty outrageous moments on that show. I can only imagine there's a lot that doesn't get shown.
I did 4 years of Family Feud, and my favorite will always be the man who walked up to the buzzer in the face-off. And the question was this: name a classic film that begins with the letter C. And you would say, Casablanca, number one answer. Seabiscuit.
And how did you react to that?
Excuse me, but could you possibly be more interesting?
I would be remiss if I didn't mention this. My son is a huge SpongeBob fan. He wants to take a little King Neptune.
King Neptune on SpongeBob. I've been there for years and years and years. Yeah, I have about 15 cartoons that I do. Is he a Phineas and Ferb fan?
Yes, a little bit as well.
I'm the mayor on Phineas and Ferb. Mayor Doofenshmirtz.
I don't know how you squeeze it all in. It's you're a busy, busy man.
Yes.
And to come in this morning and pop in, we thank you very much.
My
Now,
pleasure.
Chicago kicks off tonight. It's
We're
going to be a
great
great
opening
show.
night tonight. It's going to be fun. We'll be here tomorrow night. Just a quick in, quick out. But it's one of the 5 best musicals ever done on Broadway in the history of Broadway. This is it's a joy to be in Chicago.
And we're glad that you are here in Regina. John, thank you so much. You have a great show.
Thank you.